Hello and welcome to Pokemon Infinite Fusion, a game that I have played before in the past, but a game that I wanted to revisit. The reason being, this game has had a ton of updates and a ton of custom sprites added to it since I last played it, and it seemed like something quick and easy to get back into because, as you may have noticed, I have been gone for quite a long time. I will get into a proper explanation as to why that happened a little bit later into the video, but for right now, let's just quickly go over what this playthrough is going to be for anyone that may not know about Pokemon Infinite Fusion. The general idea is you take Pokemon 1, like this Ponyta, you take Pokemon 2, like this Beedrill, you smush them together, you get a great sprite that someone, in this case, will have designed themselves, rather than randomly generated, because we're going to be playing with custom sprites only, so the good stuff. We match their types together, match their movesets, and get crazy, crazy things, like that giant Poliwrath. That's the perfect timing to come up as I'm talking about crazy things. But without further ado, let's just go right into the game and get things started, and then I'll talk about why I was gone. Alright, for this run, we're going to be jumping right on into a good old randomizer. For anyone that may not know what a randomized Nuzlocke is, perhaps you are new to Pokemon, perhaps you haven't seen the channel, I'm always going to explain it just nice and briefly. Randomizer, any Pokemon on the map can be replaced with any other Pokemon, or in this case, any Pokemon fusion through the entire game, which is thousands upon tens of thousands of potential Pokemon that can appear at any moment. They will be randomly placed wherever. We can catch the first one that we encounter per route. We name it something nice, like, I don't know why I said like, because I don't know if they've been coming to my mind immediately, but Chunky Bunk. We can call him that. That's fine. We get attached to good old Chunky Bunk. Chunky Bunk becomes a Pokemon that carries us through a gym battle. It becomes special to us, and then it dies, and we cry, and we can no longer use that Pokemon ever again. This limits the amount of encounters that we can get for our run, and also keeps things nice and interesting to make sure that you don't just always fuse Metagross and Snorlax or something powerful like that and end up with a crazy powerful team. Instead, we'll have some interesting combinations at the end. They will evolve as normal. So if we catch a Charmander, it will evolve all the way up to Charizard at its normal levels, and the fusion will grow and adapt for that, I believe. But for the most part, random Pokemon, you get what you're given. So we're going to be going into this nice and randomized. We're going to be changing our age up as high as it can go. I am not 17. I am quite a lot older than 17 at this point. I might have been 17 when I started the channel, for perspective. So, yep. We are a male, and our name is going to be nice and simple. We are going to call ourselves Carlos. Nice, tried and true, go with my nickname, and let's go ahead and jump right into this. For the settings, we are randomizing to Pokemon, obviously. Custom sprites only. The starters are being randomized. Starting counters being randomized, gift Pokemon being randomized, but fusing everything. Nice and simple. Everything randomized. NPC, randomized. Custom sprites only, though. Gym trainers, randomized. Custom sprites only, though. Gym types? Yeah, we can do that. We can shuffle gym types. That way, when we go into a gym, if we see first trainer, for example, has a fusion with a Victreebel and a fusion with a Tangela, we can assume that it's probably going to be a grass-type gym, and it should fit with that. Re-randomize each battle. I don't really think that matters, because this is a Nuzlocke, so one time only, really, so it doesn't matter. Items, we're going to have randomized. I think we just want everything on except shop items. This is something that is very risky to turn on because it means that you can't buy Pokeballs if all the shop items are randomized. Or at least you can't consistently buy Pokeballs. They could be randomized that you can buy Ultra Balls right from the get-go, but that's not something that I want to go ahead and risk. Instead, I would like to make sure we get Pokeballs at the first mart as quickly as possible, because for anyone that does not know, Nuzlocke rules apply the second that you can purchase Pokeballs. So we will keep that the same. Everything else, though, fair game. Nice and randomized. Keep this as interesting as possible. And let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot about this. One more little thing to add. Randomness degree. This means, do we want to keep baby Pokemon being randomized to more likely other baby Pokemon, or do we not care what it gets randomized with? And I'm gonna be honest, it's more fun if we just set it to insane. You know, if we just keep everything as insane as possible, that sounds good to me. So with all of that said and done, I believe those are our settings for anyone that may want to follow along and play alongside me, or for anyone that may just not have an idea what some of these settings mean. I hope that helped, and let's get into it. Okay, with all of our Pokemon nice and shuffled, we can also go ahead and set the game's difficulty. I think we're probably going to play on normal. We could also do hard. I'm honestly not too worried between the two. I think we'll probably just go with normal because we've set everything else to be so random. I think normal is probably fine. We're in it more for the randomization aspect than the difficulty aspect. The difficulty aspect is going to come from the Nuzlocke part of it, losing Pokemon and stuff like that, so that's fine. Autosave, I don't love autosave. Automatically download missing sprites. I'm also going to have no, because I'm pretty sure that makes the game stutter every 5 minutes. In my experience. That might have been changed, but for right now, I'm just going to keep with what I know, and I know that if I don't do that, things will run fine. It might be fixed. That might have been a bug way in the past, because it's been a long time since I last played through Infinite Fusion, but for right now, I'm gonna stick with what I know. Skip the intro? No, we're gonna play the intro. It's been a while. Remind me. And we're just gonna save ourselves to good old slot A. Silco is proud to announce the new product that will revolutionize Pokemon battling. The DNA Splicers. What? That's Kyurem's item? Not anymore. Now it's for every Pokemon. This revolutionary new device extracts the DNA of 2 Pokemon and combines them to create an entirely new species, such as Gengar and Nidorino. Let's watch the magic happen before your eyes. For Splammo, they did the fusion dance, and then you get Nidorino, but probably Ghost-type. These Pokemon can learn moves from both halves, which gives them an edge over regular Pokemon, and now you can try it on your very own Pokemon. Now available for purchase at every Pokemart. I don't remember if they're there immediately, but I think they are. But either way, now that the game is rolling and we have a couple of things out of the way, let me quickly get into why I was gone for so long. I'm going to keep this brief. If anyone does want, like, a full explanation as to why I was gone, I am willing to say. It's not like it was anything that I'm not willing to share, but it was my health. My health really took a dive. It started when I got not 1, but 2 kidney stones to start everything off. That was with the sudden disappearance. They blocked my ureter with 2 7mm kidney stones. Turns out, they're not meant to be 7mm, you know? You're not meant to have kidney stones at all, but the tube that they have to go through is 3mm, and that caused some problems. I had to undergo lithotripsy treatment for several weeks because the kidney stones got stuck and could not get through the tube. So they were stuck before they could possibly reach my bladder. That caused a whole lot of pain. I was rushed to A&E. Credit to UK healthcare, which I can't believe I'm actually saying, but they did see me absolutely immediately. And I was put on, like, 7 different sets of painkillers immediately. That's all out of the way. After that, though, as soon as I got done with the lithotripsy treatment and the kidney stones were broken up and had passed, I then got the flu. And my lungs are still very, very, very badly damaged from the Delta variant of COVID quite a few years ago. So, flu went badly, caused a lot of trouble, and I have had a cough consistently for a full year. And when you're coughing very, very consistently, it makes recording YouTube videos seem a lot less appealing. So, it has mostly cleared up at this point. I am feeling like 98% better, I would say. I still cough occasionally. That's fine. But that's the TLDR version of it all. There was obviously a lot more things that happened in hospital trips and that, but I feel like I don't need to share absolutely everything. You get the gist. Health problems happened. I am back now. I will be recording pretty consistently. I'm going to try and upload every 2 days for the time being, just in case. But I am back. We will see. As for our rival's name, let's go ahead and call him the Gongoozler, because I can't get the word Gongoozler out of my head, so he's just going to be the Gongoozle for us. Alright. With that all said and done, though, and that out of the way, because I'm sure that was a question on the forefront of many people's minds, I have read YouTube comments, mostly recently in the past month, and that does seem to be a question that pops up a lot. Hopefully that answers everything right there. Yo, Carlos, that's me. Guess you just got accepted as an official Pokemon trainer. That's right, me, the Gongoozler. You got a letter too? I'm surprised they let you in. I assumed they had higher standards. Well, I guess there's no point in bragging about mine now then. Anyway, Krabs told me he's going to give me my first Pokemon, which will be randomized. He went to Viridian City to run an errand, but he told me to wait for him at the lab. See ya. I am also using a new microphone, by the way. I base boosted it to heck and back, because it made it sound better in my mind, but we'll see. We'll see. It might get adjusted a couple times over the next few days, because at the moment I do notice that it does seem to be teetering into the red zone of peaking my mic, so I might have to turn it down by like a notch or two. But new mic as well. Carlos, careful, I stopped you just in time. There are hostile Pokemon that way. It's dangerous to go without a Pokemon. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. Isn't today the day you're supposed to receive your first Pokemon? Follow me to my lab. It'll be better to talk there. Show me the goods, Professor. I'm ready. I'm ready for the goods. It is time for you two to set out on your journey. Go and grab your Pokemon off the table. I pick first. So you can counter me, but it won't really work like that when they're randomized. First, possible. Start a Pokemon. Oh, no, that's not what I want to see at all. That's horrible. No, I don't want a Venemy. He's got a gas mask. That's not, no. Okay. Don't worry, because starter number 2 is going to be amazing. Ready? Bam. Okay. Okay. Hear me out, though. Lantern, Patches, I love. Blaziken, when fully evolved, very good. Their type is probably going to be Water Fire. You can switch the types by, like, rearranging it, but I don't know how I feel about doing that. As long as they're fused with the same Pokemon, I guess I'm not super opposed to changing the types around inside of it if it makes the team balance better, but I guess I should say this at the start so that the rule is clarified. I am okay with swapping the fusion order. So, for example, this is Landchick, Lantern, then Torchic. If I swap it to be Torturn, Torchic, then Lantern, I think it's still just the same and it's fine, because you can even rename them in the inventory. I don't have a problem with that, as long as it's the same 2 Pokemon fused. Do I want to choose Landchick? No, I want to see the third option, but that's better than Venemy. And then we have Woofree. He's adorable. He's adorable. Can I bring myself not to choose this? Don't get me wrong, Landchick is definitely better, but Woofree is speaking to me. You know, look at that happy face. It's so vibrant. What would be the benefits? All right, I'm breaking it down. We're getting off track already. I'm getting distracted. We're gonna break this down. Butterfree, fully evolved. So is Lantern. Torchic, not fully evolved. Neither is Wooper. Clean slate. Typing-wise, probably Bug Ground for the Wooper Butterfree, I would assume, which isn't amazing compared to Water Fire. Water Fire definitely seems better. Butterfree does learn some moves like Sleep Powder and Stun Powder, which would be really good for catching future Pokemon. However, Lantern might be able to just get Thunder Wave. So I think overall, as much as it hurts me, I also can't believe this is a custom sprite, to be honest. I think we might go with Landchick. It just seems like the logical thing to do. Start with the strongest possible Pokemon. We're gonna take Landchick. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make do with what we've got. We can work with this Pokemon. Thunder Wave, honestly, is the thing that mostly tempts me. If it didn't get Thunder Wave, I'd have probably taken the Butterfree for just the status moves. But you know what? This is fine. What on earth do we want to call Landchick? You know it's bad when I'm already breaking out the food names immediately, but I got thinking about Torchic, and then immediately in my mind, I was like, Tortellini, and that's where my mind's gone. So I'm already going to food names. It's happened very quickly. In this case, I'll take this one. He got the Woofree? No. Are you going to show me that beautiful monster and use it against me? This makes my feelings hurt. I don't like what's happening here. It will be interesting to see what moves we start with. Rival Gongoozler sent out Woofree. He might have a way better moveset early. He might not. I genuinely don't know. But for right now, we do have Thunder Wave early. That's so good for catching more Pokemon, and that's just such a nice thing to have right at the start. That's really, really good. Okay. I am under the impression... Oh, it's Wooper first. I had it the wrong way around. So it's Water Flying? In which case, Electro Ball should demolish this thing? Sure does. Sure does. There is sometimes a weird thing that can happen with like starters where they always carry primary type. Generally, the first half of the name uses the first type of the Pokemon, the second half of the name uses the second type of the Pokemon. There are weird cases where that's not the case, but for the most part, that's the rule. This Pokemon is completely worthless. I'll find some better ones. How dare you call that Woofree worthless? I will take both. I will take that Woofree with me, honestly. It was way prettier than what I started with, but I'm assuming mine is going to get better with age. I'm going to level it up. It evolves. Hopefully it looks a little bit better. We'll see. Oh, before you leave, could you please do me a favor? I need you to pick up a parcel at Viridian City's Pokemart for me. Just down the road, but I forgot to pick it up earlier. I sure can. I'm so slow. There we go. Auto run. That's the button that we like to see. That's the button we like to see. Should we have a brief look in the grass at some of the things that we can potentially get when we get Pokeballs? Because that's always fun. Ooh. You know? That is a relevant electric gem. Early on, that could actually be really useful before we go into, like, a rival battle or something. That's so cute. That's so cute. Look at his grabby little hands and his fluffy little... Okay, alright, well, I will not be sad if we get him a fairy. That would be an amazing encounter because it's kind of cute. What else can we run into, though? I don't hate seeing it twice in a row. That means it may have good odds. It might. It also might not. We'll see. We might just be running into it twice. Pure Incense. Is that... I don't even remember which incense that is. Less likely to encounter wild Pokemon. We don't want that. We want to see what we can get around here. Well, if there was a Pokemon that I would be confused by, this is it. I am lost. I don't know what I'm looking at, to be truly honest. 9/Aga/Ninetales? What a... I guess it's got like a 9-pointed blade? That's very interesting, is how I'm gonna say. That's all I've got to say about that. Also, do you battle me? You're a Pokemon trainer? I'm a new trainer too. We should have our Pokemon battle each other to become stronger. Like I said, the Nuzlocke rule is not in effect yet, so if we get walled by something, it doesn't matter just yet. Mew Swine. Okay. Again, kind of cute. You can kind of make out his face. This is probably Psychic Ground, which means Ember is neutral and Stab. It's also nice that this Torchic started with Ember at level 5. That was pretty convenient, although we obviously didn't want to use it for the very first fight, and we hit level 7 anyway, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. But Mewswine's going to go down. We do have to be a little bit careful with over-leveling our starter, because weakening some of the early game Pokemon is something that we do want to do. Although I guess we always have Supersonic to weaken them if we really need to, so that's fine. We shouldn't have too much trouble with early game capturing, which is nice. I like seeing that twice in a row. I do. Also, this video in particular probably won't be too heavily edited. As the series goes on, expect the videos to get way more heavily edited, because at the moment I am having to use a brand new editing software because Sony Vegas died on me. I was one of the fools that was using Sony Vegas up until last year. I now can no longer use Sony Vegas because I no longer have access to it, which is unfortunate because it was what I knew how to use, but also it is a little bit outdated nowadays, and I understand that. So I'm slowly going to have to learn a new software. Things will get better with time. We will see. We also get DNA splices right away. That is very, very nice. But we cannot buy Pokeballs just yet. We do have to return to Professor Oak, so I'm going to quickly run back. And bam, we're back. Simple cuts like that are like all I know how to actually do in this software at the moment, so that's kind of what we're rolling with. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. As long as I can put an image overlay for maybe adding our team on the screen, which I might have done, I might not have done. It might be a fusion of the day type thing that I've put above, or I might have worked out a way to put the team above us. I'm not sure yet, but I do know how to cut to save some time. Oh, Carlos, how's my old Pokemon doing? Well, it seems to like you a lot. What? You have something for me? Have some Pokeballs, Professor Oak, but give them to me. You know, I brought this to you. You can share. Come on, you can share, buddy. You can always unfuse your Pokemon if you don't like the result, of course. I sure can't. He did not give me Pokeballs, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. 5 max potions? That's okay. I'm fine with that. being given random things throughout this game is going to confuse me so often because I've played so much Fire Red in my days that I am so used to where everything is, and I will get very confused. Got to give you a Pokedex earlier, but go now. Yoink. We are not filling the Infinite Fusion Pokedex before anyone even thinks about mentioning it, okay? No. No, we are not. Listen, you see that number up there? Over 175,000? No, we're not doing that. We might catch like 10. We'll catch 10. At least 10, I would say. If we fail to get 10 encounters throughout our playthrough, oh, that'll be tough. That'll be tough. Well, we don't have Pokeballs, so the Nuzlocke has not begun yet. This is not our encounter. I have only seen a fairy and the Aegislash, so who knows? Maybe we can find something different, but for now, we're going to run to the Pokemart, get some Pokeballs, and get ourselves our first encounter. Or, I'm not going to cut right there, because holy give me. I want that one. Okay? I want that one. Obviously, it's randomized, just whichever one we run into first, and I've not seen that one before, so it's probably the rarer one, but... man, I can hope. I can hope. Delivery man? Hello, you must be Carlos. I've received a gift for you. Here you go. Oh? Maisel. Maisel. Would you like to... I'd like to know what it is. Mareep Sneasel. Okay. Okay. 2 not fully evolved Pokemon, which we did set everything to insane, so that's not the greatest, but I'll just take more Pokemon at the moment. That's fine. What on earth are we calling you? I kind of just want to call it Floofle. You know? I see a Mareep on top. I don't actually know what the custom sprite is going to look like, but I've seen the Mafairy, and it looked fluffy. So we're going to call it Floofle, and we're going to see how that goes. Did I make a horrible mistake? Oh, wait, that kind of... Ooh, ooh, that's kind of fancy. Electric Ice typing as well. Cool typing. Very cool typing. Lonely Nature, plus attack, minus defense. That's fine. With... okay, we don't talk about its moveset. It doesn't have a moveset. Okay, we don't worry about that. But the sprite is really cool. I think the name kind of works as well, which I was slightly worried about. But I was coming over here because I want to buy Pokeballs. Ground Gem, Bug Gem, Heal Ball. Nope. Nope. Kid, move. Kid, I need... thank you. Okay, alright. Geez, some people. Pokeballs. We are going to just go ahead and grab more than 10. We're going to grab more than 10 because we got a bunch. Also, we got a Pure Incense. That also sells for a good amount. 3k. Boom. Love that. Max Potions. Sell for 6,250. That's pretty good. That's a lot of Pokeballs. I think we just do it. We only need normal potions at the moment, right? Maybe we keep 1 for an emergency where we need to heal for more than a potion. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have so much money. Just keeping 1 is fine, I think. That's really handy. We can go ahead and buy 10 Pokeballs for the Premier Ball. I'm going to see if we can get... if I buy 20, do I get 2 Premier Balls? Just to check. I'll throw in a Premier Ball too. Okay, I don't think so. 5 Pokeballs is fine for early game, though. Let's get like 5 potions. We don't need DNA splices yet. So let's hold off on buying any of those and just keep the rest of our money for a rainy day. And let's go ahead and run straight down. I'm not going to cut any of this so that we can make sure that it is my good old first encounter. And we're going to encounter a... Darkrai, Darkrai. I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad that we've ended up with 3 electric types in a row. But one piece of knowledge that is very interesting is Darkrai has a custom sprite with every single Pokemon in the game. Because there's one dude who's a huge fan of Darkrai that has gone ahead and made a custom sprite fusion with everything. So there is a decent chance of getting a Darkrai compared to other Pokemon, but it won't be this day. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead, throw out our Supersonic on this Mafairy. Get this thing nice and confused. It hits itself. That's very convenient. I'm going to assume I can't Thunder Wave. Can't Thunder Wave. Yep. Just double checking in case there was something weird. I mean, it should be Electric Fairy. That should be pretty nice and simple. I guess the good news is with a Mafairy, its 2 not evolved Pokemon should have an easier catch rate, meaning we shouldn't have too much trouble. That is a positive. It means we get 3 Pokemon on the team. we just have 3 electric types on the team. Which, is fine. Electric Fairy. That's fine. We just have a lot of electric type moves across this. Well, I already called one Flooful. So I guess this is Fluff. Do we have Flooful and Fluffle, or will that be too similar? Fluffsy. Bam. Easy. Nailed it. Sorted. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at our team, though. We have Water Fire, which isn't an electric type. Excuse me, but it does have electric type moves, its main damage. So Water Fire, Electric Ice with no moveset at the moment, but we'll work on that as time goes on. And we have Mefairy, Electric Fairy, Calm Nature, which is nice, because we're probably going to be a special attacker. With Pound, Encore, Tackle, and Growl. Not the craziest moveset, but we have 3 workable Pokemon. That is all fine. And I think that is just about where we are going to wrap up this episode. I'm going to try and keep videos between... I'm going to say somewhere around the area of a 25-minute mark. Obviously, if we're doing a gym battle and things get really intense and it goes over, that's not a problem to me. But I'm going to try and keep things around 25 minutes just for now. So thank you guys for watching. It's good to be back. Hope you guys enjoyed. And without further ado, bye.